It is now time for the finals. Please welcome your quiz master, Big Brain.
All right, good afternoon, my dear young friends. Maybe next year at Bengaluru, we should have a best poster contest. That's really nice. I can see huge posters this year. Yeah, keep it up. At least they'll put it up on social media. Give them a round of applause. Well, I wonder where you found that photograph of mine. It looks like a weight loss program that I did not take up. Anyway, all right. Quick word on the answers. Of course, tough prelim, like I said, so it hovered around 14 and 15. It did not really go into a 17, 18 kind of a prelim. So a lot of questions were tough for most of the teams here today in terms of the tougher ones. The easier ones, of course, everyone got it. So it's a huge huddle of a performance because a lot of teams are around the 10 mark. And then the 13, 14, 15 was very crucial. So we went through all the answer sheets from 11 and above to be sure we've got our corrections bang on. The first one I asked you, a huge tribute by Google to Sir M. Visvesvaraya, the Google Doodle. The question, though, was not to recognize Sir M.V., but what day was being celebrated? That was an interesting one. Engineers' Day. Well, I think one day I'm going to write a blog on cute answers at quiz competitions. I saw one answer sheet where the answer for the first question was what day was being celebrated. Someone very nicely and innocently wrote Thursday. Well, all right. Okay. I really smiled looking at that answer sheet, but anyway. Then came the next one. It's a beautiful game where you have to try and make an actor win an Oscar award. Who's the actor behind that game? Leonardo DiCaprio. And then came Trivago, the third one. Sam Pitroda on the fourth answer for technology or telecom in India. Comixology, from books to comics, Amazon. Then came Steve Ballmer, Baidu, Google Stadia. Those were easy questions. Savan is now part of Geo. And then came a very nice question on the author of a book. And I made a very important, hold on. I made a very important statement, and those are the small little things you should learn as youngsters. I said, she's neither the leader of a country, she's not the CEO of any great corporation, yet her name always appears on the world's most influential and powerful people's list. That, for you youngsters, is a lesson on the power of giving. The answer is Melinda Gates. Today she's extremely powerful, not because she generates billions of dollars, which is understandable, not because she is a country leader or, a statesman, just because of the power of charity and philanthropy, she is an influencer in this world. So good answer by the young crowd out here today at Bangalore. Then came the next one. And a lovely, illustrious list that we showed you. Wind and Surf. I think I had Alan Kay, Douglas Engelbert. All of these people were winners of the Turing Award. The Alan Turing Award. Then came from Toronto, a particular way of movie viewing started. IMAX. IMAX is the answer. Then came YouTube, Google, podcasts, Book My Show. All those were easy. Oracle for software development labs, Jeff Bezos on the moon landing, Ola cabs on the app, the Octocat is GitHub, very wise. And finally, Mr. Pi on the last one. That turned out to be a tough one here today. Not many in school seem to know Mr. Mohandas Pai is today a big investor, and school children still seem to be not so familiar with him. But for now, 6 schools in the final of the Bangalore round. Tough one. Even before I announce the 6 schools on stage, guys, I need silence. I need silence for 2 reasons. One, teams on stage will find it very difficult to hear the questions if you keep speaking. Second, please appreciate the fact that while this quiz goes to 12 cities, there are many cities in India where this quiz does not go. And those children rely only on the live cast and the YouTube recording to watch this quiz. You're fortunate to witness this quiz live, but allow friends of your own age in a city where they don't get this quiz to at least experience it nicely on a digital platform. Okay? I am sure a city like this will appreciate that request from me. And like I said, today, it's not about viewing in those cities. I asked you when I started this quiz about a place called Kodad. How many of you would have heard of it before today? And they traveled to Hyderabad and finished runner-up. Young, small school, which is today challenging, heavyweight school. So knowledge is everywhere, but we need to give them a fair chance to be able to see it as much as you do. 6 schools on stage in random order, which means marks have nothing to do with the places. From here, the quiz takes 35 minutes as a final, or rather from the first question. The logic behind 35 minutes is something we've spoken about many times. It's one duration of a period on your timetable. So it's like a classroom. In fact, it was on this very stage that Dr. Kalam made a phenomenal statement. And he told someone, Big Brain is a teacher. Sometimes his classroom is an auditorium. That was beautifully put. No one described a quizmaster better on this very stage. And at the end of the day, people like me will get replaced, and people like your teachers will get replaced, but the learning process should never get replaced. So that's the thing that you need to keep in mind as youngsters. Learn as much as you can, because that's the thing that's going to stand with you all through life. For now, in a really fun-filled format where gamification comes to life, and we really owe our gratitude to Blackboard Animation, coincidentally, a Bangalore-based company, which does extraordinary work for schools in the field of animation in education to basically bring content to life. And it's basically part of all the effort that schools, teachers, and people like us put in to grab your attention. In our days, we got 2 whacks if we did not pay attention. In your days, we have to make software to make you attentive. But anyway, as long as you enjoy the learning process, it's perfectly fine. 6 teams on stage, the Bangalore final. Champion number 2 will be identified in the next 40 minutes as we welcome on stage. And I think we've got a quick couple of reminders for you. There you are. I think we are live on the internet. We are live on the internet. And like I said, even today we've got people who have logged in. Well, I asked you for silence for people who are in small towns in India. We've got people who've logged in today from Florida. Hi to all of you from Florida there. It's really interesting. That's the interest. I don't know what time it is at Florida. It must be 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whatever it is. And they're actually online watching this quiz. So that explains the power of knowledge in this world. And they're online to watch this. As we move on to the quick prizes, a reminder for you, here it comes. Of course, the prizes do matter, but what matters more is to do well. And huge amount of prizes there. Between the winner and the runner-up, 1 lakh worth of shopping vouchers. That is seriously a lot of money. Well, anyway. And to me, the most valuable thing in that list is actually a certificate signed by the TCS CEO. That is going to be really valuable for you, especially when you get into higher education. I always say this. well, maybe, win a quiz like this, finish a nice engineering and a master somewhere, come back to TCS, show the photograph with the CEO of TCS and say, if you recognize the guy on the right, give me my job. Well, yeah, simple as that. All right. Anyway, that's a cool way to apply at TCS. Just win this quiz. And moving on to our 6 teams on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as team number 1 walking up into our final here today. Ananya Patil Rao and Daksh Shettar, Presidency RT Nagar, will walk up as team number 1. Neighboring them, just make way for them, please. Neighboring them as team number 2 in our final here today, Class 12 duo, Rohit and Romir from National Public School, Koramangala, will walk up into the final. As team number 3, joining these two on stage, in my memory, I could be wrong, 20 years of the quiz in Bangalore, this is year 21, but I just get a feeling I'm not wrong. Let me re-verify that on social media later, but I think it's their first appearance at a TCS IT Wiz final stage. Anirudh and Vishnu Kashyap, Alpine Public School, in the final. All right, that's a new software. It's a human that whistles. Well, anyway, team number 4 qualifying into our final here today. Again, a Class 12 team. Prithvi and Sohan Desai, Kumarans, CBSE, will walk up as team number 4. Prithvi Hegde and Sohan Desai. Is that you guys? Kumarans, okay. They'll walk up on stage as team number 4. Neighboring them as team 5 in our final here today. We've got a Class 10 team. It's really cute to see a Class 10 team, but I tell you what, in Bangalore, Class 10 looks cute. But in Hyderabad, I had a team which finished 3rd, lost to Kodad on a tiebreaker. Class 8 boy finishing 3rd at Hyderabad. I mean, that's really humbling when you see young kids challenging the Class 12s, because this is not academic questions. If you're good in technology, etc., then you understand it well. So walking up on stage, Class 10 team, Akash and Ravi Kirtan, Presidency Bangalore South, will walk up as team number 5. And completing our lineup, I think, is another team which is making a debut at the TCS IT Wiz Finals. Really nice to see new schools qualifying every year. This time around, representing that school is Sashank Shenoy and Anirudh, Little Flower Public School. Well done. And while we acknowledge the 6 finalists here today, let's remember it's 700 plus teams, so it's not easy to be in the top 6. And the team that finished 7th here today, my heart goes out to them. Extremely close miss. Kumarans, you'll be 4. That's 4, 5, and 6, yeah? No problem. All right. Christ Junior College. I don't have the name with me. I just missed writing the name. But Christ Junior College finished 7th here today. Is that you guys? Christ Junior, okay. I don't know which one of you. But can we have a round of applause for them? Very, very close. It's that team which, I don't want to rub it in. It's a wrong thing to do. But it's one of you guys who wrote a right answer. I think you scratched it out and then wrote a wrong answer. I mean, that's painful to do, but I think you got the right answer, and then this scratching out was pretty neat, so I couldn't make out too much. But I thought that was the right answer. I very closely saw your answer sheets. All right. 6 teams on stage, the Bangalore final. Well, 1 young girl on stage, and we've got all the rest as young gentlemen. I've done about, the season's just beginning. I've done about three quizzes in this early stage of the season where invariably there has been one girl on stage, the rest have all been men, and the young girl has always won the quiz. So, well, the others may want to correct that and say, no, that's not going to matter. But anyway, at a quiz, it really does not matter whether you're a boy or a girl. You just got to use your human mind. For now, ladies and gentlemen, and to all of you watching this quiz on the internet live, TCS IT Wiz Bangalore, 6 teams on stage. Can we have a round of applause for all of them as we get started with 5 rounds of quizzing as they appear on your screen. Data scientist, data analyst at TCS. TCS Patriot, which is Tech Patriot, which is an IoT round, and something called Block the Chain. I'll come to the rules as we progress. 35 minutes, the duration of the final. We've, of course, got a lot of audience prizes lined up for you. We get started with the first round here today. Time to play Data Scientist. Here it comes. All right. All questions in the final here today are on the buzzer. So you press the buzzer and get it right, you get your scores. You get it wrong, you get a negative. That's the fairest way to play a high-profile quiz like this. Everyone gets an equal chance on stage to attempt every single question. So no allegations that the quizmaster asked them an easy question. All questions fair play on the buzzer. Now, rules, guys, please, silence. Yeah, we're on live, please. All right, here's an example before we get started with the first one. One attempt on this and you get a plus 50 if you get it right. Let me first explain. The answer will appear on the screen along with 5 related answers, which essentially is to play a data scientist. Let me show you the example and go to it. There you are. From the world of Tatas, you've got 5 names appearing on your screen. 3 of them, hold on, 3 of them are right, 2 of them are wrong. If you press the buzzer to attempt this question, you got to identify all 3 to get plus 50. Even if you get 1 out of the 3 wrong, you get a minus 50. Clear on the rules? Plus 50, minus 50. Anyone in the audience wants to give this a try? Yes, right in front. Sorry, Pace, okay, is from TCS. You get a green, so that's right. Ion is from TCS. You get another green. And the person below. Okay. And you get a red. So you would have got a minus on that. Well, Mr. Rajesh Gopinathan on top would be the right answer. And you would have got all 3 greens. Teams, are you clear? All 3 right plus 50. So don't press the buzzer if you think you know 1 or 2. Make up your minds. 6 questions. Common to the teams. Plus 50, minus 50. Quickly testing your buzzer. Presidency. All right, team 2. Team 3, that is Alpine, right? Okay, team 4, Kumarans. 1 second, just hold on, team 4. Okay, 5, Presidency, and 6, Little Flower. All right, if you can just move that back down. Yeah, 5, team 5, yes, yeah, that pouch, sorry. Okay, because those things can reflect, that's the only reason. All good to go? Round 1, question 1, on the buzzers. You will choose to buzz whenever, but please remember, you get even 1 wrong, minus 50. Here we go. On your screen, from the world of LinkedIn. The companies are easy, and you go deep down, it can be tough. 3 of them will lead you to the world of LinkedIn. You can either select or reject. If you know which 2 don't fit, that's another way of working it out. Is someone going to go for it? Minus 50 if you get it wrong. Teams, nobody. Is someone giving it a shot? You got to take your chances. Oh, I thought Kumarans were close to pressing the buzzer. Then they just stayed out of it. Nobody? 3. You got to get 3 on 3. No, 2 on 3, no half marks. This is not CBSE exam. This is TCS IT Wiz. I mean, you proceed. CBSE is very benevolent. Nobody. All right. Anyone in the audience? There you go. First hand. Yes. Young boy with the blazer. Yes. Jeff Wiener on top. Okay. He knows the name, so he seems to know everything. Lynda.com is part of LinkedIn. Okay. And Microsoft. Why? They now own. Put your hands together for him. Well done. Which school? Sorry. Put your hands together for him. Absolutely perfect. Is that what you were thinking, Kumarans? Oh, you didn't get... No, I don't need the name. You can... Ah, you couldn't pick the person. Well, here's the next one on your screen. Now. Booking.com. Booking.com. Two of them have nothing to do with Booking.com. One of them is outright easy to reject. Yeah, it's something directly to do with it. Yeah, very much. Teams are playing super cautious here at Bangalore. At Hyderabad, 3 days ago or 4 days ago, it was all buzz, buzz, buzz. No? All right. Booking.com. All over World Cup cricket, you saw it. Yes, the young boy there. Yep. No, sorry, the guy behind you. The guy with the A on his, yeah. Trivago, you choose, okay. Trivago. Have you tried Trivago? Yeah. Oops. That's the mistake then. No, all right. C-Trip would have been correct. Trivago and IBM would have nothing to do with Booking.com. They are part of Active Hotels. So tough ones here today. He misses out on his audience prize as we go to the next one on your screens now. World of Foxconn. Someone has gone for it. Alpine are taking a shot. Into your mic, young man.
That one.
What is that one?
Okay, the first one.
The H.
Yeah.
The logo.
Yeah.
1 second. All right, you got a green.
And that one to that extreme.
That gentleman.
Exactly.
Okay.
And at the bottom.
He's got 2 right.
The bottom.
The bottom gentleman.
Yeah.
Minus 50. Sharp is part of Foxconn. And that actually should have been your first choice. Sharp would, in my opinion, be one of the easiest to pick out in this. Well, minus 50. Here's the next one coming on your screens now. TripAdvisor. Is someone going to go for it? Oh my God, anybody? Bangalore turns out to be around that no one wants to risk, and Hyderabad was reverse. It's very, very easy if you put your head to it. Technically, I think you got to just make one choice. Not trying? Team 5, trying, not trying, they're just making up their minds. Having a debate, Team 6 as well. You got to back yourselves. Someone's gone for it, table number 5, presidency. Guys, silence. Silence, silence. Let those watching be able to hear their answer as well. Go ahead, make your choices.
The top left one.
The top left, TripAdvisor, fair enough, the owl. Okay.
And Liberty.
Liberty as in the company which owns them.
And the top,
and
the top right.
the top right. Oh, he's got a 50. Well. You got 5 teams on stage from class 12. I think all of them. You guys class 12 as well, presidency? 9. Oh. 9 and 10. Oh, okay. That'll be the youngest team then. Because I thought on class 10, both of them would be young. So you got another team on 9 and 10. I think you didn't write your classes, so we didn't know that. Here's the next one. On your screens now. All right. From the world of Jing Dong. Oh, very workable. Can we just dim the lights for a second and then take it up again? We can just... All right, that's fine. Nobody? Team 1 are going for it is presidency, yes.
The top left.
The top left, the mascot, okay. Go ahead.
Top right.
The top right. One more to choose.
And south. The Alibaba one. The bottom left.
You want to choose Alibaba, which is bottom left. That's the one you want to choose?
Yes.
Oh. Minus 50 presidency. Well. What did you get there? Far-fetch. Far-fetch is JD. We'll neutralize the buzzer. Minus 50 to them. The battle's getting tight as we go to the next one on your screen. Now. Firstcry.com. Well, everyone's excited, but it's not as easy as you think. Team 6.
Mahindra.
Hang on. Bengaluru. Yes. Mahindra, you're trying. Okay, clever.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh Bachchan for first cry. Good. Now he's got to choose. There's
the guy on the right.
The bottom right.
Yeah.
You know his name by any chance?
Nope.
All right, Mr. Maheshwari. Plus 50. Lovely. Very early days. We've got 2 teams on 50, 2 teams on minus 50. As we quickly move to the second round of our final data analysts. Here it comes. The quiz really will move at a rapid pace as we move to the second round. And it's time to play what we call data analysts. On the world of data analysts, you're basically going to get pictorial analysis that you need to do. It could be straightforward pictures. Guys, girls, please. Please. It's very difficult to watch on the internet if people have, ambient noise to adjust with. Please, guys. 2 attempts are allowed on every question. Which means if someone gets it wrong, the remaining 5 teams can attempt the same question. Scoring the same, irrespective of whether you're first in queue or second, plus 50, minus 50. First visual on your screen, 6 of them in this round. Here we go. This became a huge rage, which turned out to be, team number 2 have gone for it, stopping me, NPS.
KFC.
You got to give me a lot more than that.
That's a portrait that a person made with Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
And I think he got a lifetime supply of KFC or something.
Why? Something that's very popular on the internet.
He tweeted it, I think.
All right. He still got the answer right. He'll get a plus 50 on that. He basically found an Easter egg. An Easter egg that was hidden, and that gives you a 50. Yes?
The KFC account follows 6 people named Herb and the Spice Girls.
Yes.
That's the secret recipe.
The secret recipe, and it's called the Spices, or the Spice Girls were also hidden. So perfectly answered. Those were the logic. Good one. Here's the next one on your screens now. Which company would you associate to this sphere called biodomes? They have a dual purpose. It's a conservatory with rare species and plants, and it's used as a meeting room. It's a great company which says in future species could be required to be, sent to other planets or places in space. They're going for it, so someone thought of this idea from their company.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, because, the Amazon forest and...
They also have the Amazon forest, which they say is lovely. Oh, well played. Well played for a 50. As we go to the next one on your screens. Now, identify a person. The question is correct. Identify a person. He's going for it.
Paul Allen.
Sorry?
Paul Allen.
Explain.
He has that company. He has that Kitty Hawk. And they are making this first strata launch. And they're going to launch satellites from it.
Oh, satellite launches, etc. This is their historic first flight. The owner of this was legendary Paul Allen. He's still in class 9. Put your hands together. Lovely. Oh, beautiful. It's not for nothing that the world says India rocks. India rocks because the children in our schools rock. Superb. Here's the next one on your screen now. Identify the missing name. Have gone for it again.
Elon Musk.
Explain.
He founded OpenAI. Yeah.
Well, if I was in school, I would straight away put you into class 12. But anyway, put your hands together. Plus 50 again. Residency RT Nagar are really coming out blazing here today. On the next one, on your screen, while we were with Elon Musk, the next questions, in a way related to that, but very differently, rivals of Tesla. It's a company, hold on. It's a company, guys please, it's a company very popular in India for a product of its that is not a car. You will invariably find a product of this company in the newspapers in India for perhaps not so right reasons. But they are also making electric cars and going to compete with Tesla. I'm okay with anything that leads me to the answer. They are known for a very different product in India, completely different product. He is taking a chance, young boy from 9th standard.
Kalashnikov. The AK-47, the makers of the AK-47.
Rifle makers.
Yeah.
Are making electric cars to become a different company in the future. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Oh, what an answer! What a sensational answer! India knows them for making the AK-47 rifles, which keeps featuring in our newspapers for very wrong reasons. The Kalashnikov company is today getting into electric cars and is going to compete with Tesla Motors. Well, what an answer. Can I have a peek at the scorecard? If you can just show me the pop-up, there you are, 150 to presidency. And the others will now have to really play tight. Remember that 150 is after they were on minus 50. So that's a significant climb back by them. Here's the next one. On your screens, the final one. Here we go. The terms and conditions of a company is given to its new employees as a comic book. I think every company should do that. Only then we'll read terms and conditions. Otherwise, who reads the policy documents? This company realized that and said, let's give a comic book which says what are the policies of our company. Innovation, even in a policy document. Which great company is this? This company strongly believes in innovation. I'm going to be very disappointed if no one makes an attempt. They're on 150, so they're suddenly probably talking, saying, should we take risks or not? But too early in the day to keep quiet. Nobody? Can I go to the audience? Is it innovative company? No? All right. Oh, look at the number of hands. The young, one sec, the young girl there, yes. No. Good try on Philips. Yes, the boy with the light on, wow. Not the boring company. It's again Elon Musk. Uber. Yep. Right in front. Well, all of you can kick yourselves. The answer, Apple. Well, innovation at its best. Apple now gives all its employees a comic book as a guideline book on the safety measures and the other policies at Apple. 2 rounds done. We move on to the next round of our final, but then I think we have a quick look at the Twitter handle. All right, going across to where we would be last year, close to 3,000 tweets from this hall. Here's the next one. This is important. Presidency RT Nagar are on the trending board at 150. National Public School, Presidency, Little Flower, all on 50. Kumarans yet to score. Alpine on minus 50, but I'm sure they'll get back very quickly. We move to the next round of our final here today. It's time for us to play at TCS. Here it comes. Plus 25 if you get it right. Minus 25 if you get it wrong. 4 questions from the world of TCS. Hands on the buzzer. Only 1 attempt allowed if you press the buzzer while I'm asking you the question. And if you stop me, you're telling me that you know the answer. So I will stop reading the question the moment you press the buzzer. Clear on the rules? Here we go. India celebrated my birthday recently. I was the first chairman of TCS. They've gone for it on table number 6.
JRD Tata.
The first chairman of TCS.
Yes, JRD Tata.
Put your hands together. Clever. Very clever answer. Will get himself a plus 25 on table number 6. Not many would know JRD was the first chairman of TCS. Beautifully played. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer. Question number 2. The training room and which specific division of TCS have partnered to launch international training and career platforms online along with assessments? We've gone for it on table number 1.
TCS Ion.
Plus 25. Oh, well played, quick and fast. Ion will give them a 25. As we go to question number 3, hands on the buzzer. Tata Consultancy Services and which extremely popular TV channel, more related probably to education these days, has started something called Ignite Innovation Student Challenge. It's a famous TV channel which a lot of you youngsters should watch. Nobody. All right, we've got a hand going up in front. Yes. Perfect. Put your hands together for him. The Discovery Channel is perfect. As we go to the final question, and here we go. Tata Consultancy Services very recently bagged a contract from Odisha to implement what is called OSWAS, O-S-W-A-S. What does the W stand for? Management of this is becoming a challenge for many companies and governments. On my right, NPS.
Waste.
Minus 25. The W in the context stands for workforce. To manage your workforce, you today require a lot of software and analytics. All right, the quiz is moving quickly because the teams are playing the buzzer as well. We go into the penultimate round. Time to play on IoT. And we'll take a look at the scores after that. Time for Tech Patriot. Here it comes. Tech Patriot is a round like IoT where you get multiple points of data. You got to join all of them and come out with the overall answer. So it's not, it's lateral thinking, very commonly found in a big brain quiz. 50 if you get it right, minus 50 if you get it wrong. 2 attempts are allowed per question, not by the same team, 4 questions in all. Okay? Here's the first one. Careful before you hit the buzzer. Now. Specific answer
Here's
needed.
To the crazy ones. The misfits. The rebels. The troublemakers. The round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them.
There's a beautiful,
The only thing you
simple
can't
diagram on the bottom left, which is important. How to dismantle an atomic bomb actually appeared on this device. PMP stands for something. The world of portable devices. It really changed the fortunes, this product, for a company. They're taking a chance is Kumaran's. Go ahead.
The iPhone.
The iPhone. Give me a better answer.
That's the Apple ad for the.
Okay, that's
old
the
Apple
Apple ad.
And
PMP.
PMP. Probably a patent for the touch screen, maybe.
Okay,
I'm not
touch
sure.
screen. He says iPod. Go on. No problem if you don't have the mic. I heard you. Go on. All right. At your age, not bad at all. The iSeries. Put your hands together for them. Well played. They created a product line. The iPad, the iPod. He got all of that. It's a portable media player, which essentially became the iPod. And the phone ring actually became like a navigation on, the phone, the iPhone platform. Touch screens got introduced. Beautifully played, well answered. Here's the next one. 52 Kumaran's. Question 2 coming now. Extraordinarily famous company. Top left is their first ever product. The going for it is presidency.
Sony. Yeah, that is the first.
Explain.
They started the top left, that product. Sony actually started by making cookers.
Cookers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is their Sony Bravia.
Oh. And they started making rice cookers.
Yeah, rice cookers.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Perfect on Sony. Bravia will get you another 225 to them. Someone's got to get back with big uts. Here's the next one. Now. All right.
Oh, yeah.
What's the logic? Very workable if you apply your head. $50 if you get it right. Is someone going for it? Presidency are on a good score, but they may not want to lose 50. It's a precarious position to take their chances. So he's sitting far away from the buzzer, so is she. Kumarans are watching it intently. Anyone else? Nobody? All right. All right, the young lady there, yes? No? Okay. Okay, that's the character Thanos. He started a company called Thanos Technologies in India. You know anything about... Okay, that's the modern drones which come without a warning. And because they come without a warning, they are called the Thanos drone. Thanos comes without a warning. Well, so all of these are technologies dedicated to Thanos. I'm going to ask you this. It's very interesting. It's a young generation. How many of you here are fans of Thanos? Look at that. Interesting. You know, my office, they were doing a study on how in the modern world, it's not necessarily the hero who's most popular. And Thanos seems to have, stood up to that imagination. Beautifully answered. Here's the next one coming on your screen now. They've gone for it. It's presidency.
Vivo.
Vivo. Explain.
Okay, that's the IPL.
Guys, please, silence. Yes?
That's the IPL, and that's Captain America. Something related to Civil War. And that's the IPL which they're sponsoring. And
oh, Vivo IPL, okay.
That's it.
That's about it.
And the Captain America thing.
What's Captain America?
Civil War, something related to the movie there.
Okay. And there's a gentleman in that movie. He's reasonably popular. His name is Amir Khan. No? Plus 50. Put your hands together. Vivo it is. Well, 275. Presidency RT Nagar are really doing the unthinkable here, going on a Zubon. Is an endorser of Vivo. If it's Amir Khan in India, it's Curry. Yeah. Well, one round to go. We'll take a quick look at the scores. Final round remaining here today at the Bengaluru final. If someone doesn't play out of the skin, I think Presidency RT Nagar may... I don't know. We'll take a look at the scores. Here it comes. Just got to say something and then I stop. 275. Little Flower are on 75. So, well, one round to go. So, well, Presidency, 3 questions in the last round. So, Presidency will have to play their arithmetic. The others still have an outside chance. But I think it's going to depend on how RT Nagar are going to play. They really played superbly well. Final round of the quiz. Time for us to play what's called Block the Chain. Here it comes. Well, is it history of a different kind that's in the making at Bangalore? You've got teams from class 10, class 12. And then you've got the youngest team on stage in the lead as we go into the final round. Well, that reflects how India is changing and changing rapidly. Age has nothing today to do with accomplishment. They're still in class 9 and 10, and they're really taking on the class 12s in style here today. On the final frontier of this game, you're going to get 3 questions. Each question has 2 sets of clues. You need not wait for both the clues to give your answer. You can block the chain. Stop it at 1 clue, get it right, you get a 50. You get it wrong, minus 50. You wait for the second clue and get it right, you get a plus 50, minus 50. The same team cannot attempt on both the clues. Okay, so if you get it wrong, the other teams will play on the second clue. 3 questions in all, so 150 points can still be scored. If you're ready, on the first clue of question number 1, yes, young man. 3 questions, 50 each, so 150 can be scored. Okay? Here's the first one. On your screen now. Clue 1. They've gone for it!
Swiggy.
The only thing they did not want is to get a minus at this stage. A minus 50 is what she does not get. Plus 50! Plus 50! The young boy sitting next to her, like, who asked you to press the buzzer? We're doing well. Well, that seemed to be his reaction, but she was so dead sure that had to be Swiggy. Do you know his name?
It starts with S.
Well, Swiggy starts with S or he starts with S?
Both of them.
Both of them start with S, okay? She's got some kind of memory mapping. If I'm not wrong, his name is Sri Harsha or Sri Harshit, something like that. Sri Harsha, is that correct? Oh, you were the other one on the buzzer? All right, they were trying to get the buzzer in. Question number 2. Presidency RT Nagar supremely in control. Here's the next one, clue 1 coming on your screen now. Will they go for another 50? They seem very safe at this stage. GSI is how the company was originally known. You're on 325, if that's your calculation. He's trying to get their math right, I think. All right, clue number 2. That could be an interesting place to press a buzzer. Here we go. How do we know this company? Famous giant with presence in Bangalore. Very much present in Bangalore. National Semiconductor was something they acquired. They acquired the National Semiconductor Company. It started as GSI with some great scientists coming together to make this company a reality. Nobody? Oh, I thought this is not so difficult. Well, they finished 7th, so let me give them a chance. Yes? No? Go on. Perfect. Very good. Texas Instruments is a good answer. And the final question of the quiz here today, and 2 clues still there in that. On your screens, clue number 1, final question. What is this in India? Coming up now, headed by this man. There's a lot of... They're present in many schools across India. His name is Mr. Ramanan. You've gone for it on table number 2.
Educomp. Educomp.
Educomp is a minus 50. As we go to the next clue, we'll neutralize your buzzer. Here we go. Many schools across India have this now. It's an initiative the Prime Minister is very passionate about. All right. If I were to ask this question in a rural IT quiz, they will crack it, because B&C towns of India are heavily into this now. Nobody? Yes, he's giving it a shot.
Something related to Swachh Bharat.
IT quiz, minus 50. Were they in 2nd position and just threw it away? I don't know what their position was. But you know, yes. Atal Labs, Atal Innovation Mission, perfectly correct. All right. You know what? There's a huge link between that question and this quiz. We are in year 21 of the quiz. But that man in that photograph of Atal Innovation Mission, Mr. Ramanan, was at a point in time the head of TCS Bangalore at this very auditorium where this quiz started, when he was the head of TCS here. Today he is heading Atal Innovation Mission. So from TCS IT Wiz to Atal Innovation Mission, his life has come a long way. And here today, as we take a look at the final scores, I'm a little confused on the 2nd position, but we'll take a look at the scores. I just get a feeling it is team number 6 which has scraped through into the second position. I'll come to that when we take a look at the scores. But a phenomenal quiz. Can we have a round of applause for the teams? Superb quizzing. And here it comes. The final tally on the trending scores. Presidency RT Nagar with 325. Little Flower Public School. First time. Is this the first time in the final? All right. He knows his school's history. He said, yes, it is our first time in the final with 75. Kumarans and Presidency South. I think they're going to be telling themselves we needed to have pressed the buzzer more often. And I think that's true for Kumarans because they seem to know the answers but finishing third. And Alpine Public School will tell themselves we should have pressed the buzzer a little lesser. Well, they went for it, but then they've enjoyed the quiz. But ladies and gentlemen, in all the excitement, fun and drama of a quiz that happened here today, let's not forget an absolutely emphatic, confident, and fantastic performance by a very young team here today. Put your hands together for them. Remarkable. Well, you can go back and tweet and call me the Nostradamus of quizzing if you want to. I started the final by telling you, I've been doing for few quizzes this year, the moment the season started. Guys, 5 minutes, national anthem, all of us can go. And I finished 5 minutes ahead of time, please. What did I tell you? I said every quiz that I've done where there's been one girl on stage and the rest have all been boys, the girl has won. What's the moral of the story? Moral of the story, even if there is one girl, be careful. Okay? Well, they can take you on and take you on in style as this young lady did today. But put your hands together, wonderful young team. And I think they thoroughly deserve this victory. They're a good quizzing team. They're not new to quizzing. They've been quizzing together from a fairly young age as classmates or schoolmates. Not classmates, because you said you're 10th. All right. So they're a good team. They're a good combination, but I think it's the first time they're winning a huge IT quiz. They're pretty good at general knowledge quizzing. So are other teams. They're all good quizzing teams, but a couple of them making their first entries. All right. Before we get to the prizes, ladies and gentlemen, quick word for you as we get our guests on stage. Request all of you to please remain seated. We will not take more than 5 minutes with the prize distribution. After the national anthem is played, all of us can go together. And we're really well on time here today. And ladies and gentlemen, before I move on, it's indeed our pleasure and privilege to have with us here today a very senior gentleman from TCS. He just retired this year, but as far as TCS IT Wiz is concerned, he hasn't retired from the quizzing arena. He's been extremely passionate, whether it's the urban quiz for school children, the rural quiz that TCS does with the government of Karnataka, where over 15 lakh children take part across the country, or the college quiz that they do, which is called Tech Bites, which started under his leadership and patronage, have all become fantastic properties in quizzing, and it's really something that he has always consistently supported. We truly thank him for his presence here today, and can I invite him on stage to do the first set of honors. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nagaraj Ijari, if you could join us on stage, sir. Truly wonderful to have you with us. Small little token to welcome you. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. And to receive the prizes, first of all, the highest number of tweets from this hall, 547 tweets. Sumuk. And his Twitter handle is Quizmaster Sumuk. Well, maybe one day he'll join us as a colleague of ours. It's good to see youngsters wanting to be quizmasters. And the best tweet of the day is Nida. Nida, are you here? Oh, there she is. She says, TCS IT Wiz, hashtag TCS IT Wiz, okay. If knowledge was to be measured or depicted in terms of light, then the Chowdaya today would be the brightest star in the sky. Oh, put your hands together for her. Lovely. As the two of them receive goodies. Hi. Can you face the audience, young lady? Lovely lines. Put your hands together for her. Beautifully written. Congratulations. So, request you to stay on. You've literally, guys, please. Guys, people are still watching on the internet, please. You've literally seen this quiz evolve. And there was an era when typically class 12 students would win quizzes like this, 11 standard. Today, all that has changed. And so with a company like TCS, you've got people like 25, 26 years is your average age in the company. So it's all about youth. What's your message to them, sir?
We have created a platform about 21 years back. And students are leveraging this platform, leveraging this ecosystem. And the proof is that class 9 and class 10 students are winning this quiz. That itself is a proof. India rocks, and India is in the best hands. We don't have to worry about it now.
So well said. And ladies and gentlemen, to receive our guest on stage, it's my privilege to first invite our host here today, the Delivery Center Head of Tata Consultancy Services, Bangalore, Mr. Sunil Deshpande. If you could join us on stage, Sunil, to receive our guest of honor. And the performance of a young team is probably really reflected. A quick welcome for you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need you to. Sunil, you literally represent that generation I spoke of young TCSers, young leadership, and a young crop like this. While he says India is safe, you must be thinking, saying future recruitment is safe. I mean, you must be feeling that way. What's your view, Sunil?
What fascinated me today was the passion towards gamification and animation that each one of them have shown. Tremendous. Can we hear a huge round of applause for them? And what is also interesting for each one of us to know is most of the content that they have mastered in doesn't necessarily belong to their part of their regular academics. So it is all beyond their academics, and this is what they have excelled. And I am sure my next years in TCS, as far as my hiring is concerned, I'm absolutely safe. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunil. I think that's very well put, the appreciation of newer platforms. But ladies and gentlemen, if this nation is what it is, and sometimes we don't probably acknowledge their contribution as much as we should do, it's because of the extraordinarily strong bureaucracy that we have as a nation. And one of the most difficult jobs to get in this country is to become a bureaucrat. Many of you youngsters here would be aspiring to write a UPSC one day and to probably become an IAS officer. They form the backbone of this country, and they always wish well for the future of a country. One such gentleman here today would be extremely delighted to see a young India the way it is. And he's played varying roles and led positions of responsibility across the country, from Karnataka to Haryana to multiple assignments. He's also got a very versatile experience in the world of transportation as an IAS officer, from road transport to railways. And he's managed both of those, which are so crucial for India to move, quite literally. He's also been the managing director of KSRTC, which helps many of us move within our state. He's also been the former Secretary for Commerce and Industry, and is currently Secretary to the Government of Karnataka on Agriculture, Horticulture and Sericulture. Not many of you may know that. It's actually some of the departments in Karnataka which has done extraordinary work in technology. They've got actually e-auctions and so on, which are very popular, and it's really a delight for us to have a very eminent senior IAS officer of our country and state with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor here today, Mr. Rajendra Kataria. Please join us on stage, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. All right, Sunil quickly prompts me that he's also a marathon runner. Truly wonderful to hear that, sir. And a quick welcome to you. So he says he likes gamification in a different form. So we'll just help you with that. Sir, thank you so much for taking time off. Truly an honor to have people like you. Everyone today speaks about India being a young country, and young in terms of biological age. It's not a metaphor, but a reality. And it's really nice when you see these youngsters with capability, because sheer numbers is of no use. What's your view as someone who literally looks at the backbone of India as an IS officer, sir?
I'll give a small personal experience. 96, when I landed from a village to Mussoorie Academy, we were given a room. We were 2 people in the room. In the middle of the room, there was a small computer, big box. It was covered with a very good cloth. And the guy who gave me the key, he told, look, this is your bed, this is your bed, this is your table, this is your table. I said, what about this? This is for both of you. It costs 25,000 rupees. You're not supposed to touch it. Because you are staying here for 4 months. Your stipend is 24,000 rupees. So recovery will be very difficult, because if you touch it and if it goes out of order, you will recover from your salary. For almost 15 days, every day I used to open it, ki haan, acha computer hai, and we used to cover it. It took almost 45 days when I was very confident in the computer lab of Mussoorie Academy that now I can put the button on and I can use it. When I sit here in the hall, I was seeing the young boys and girls doing so good. And what Mr. Nagaraj was telling, that future of the country is in safe hands. I must say that the country is really rocking, and we have a very good, safe, developing future. And I'm sure out of this hall, some of you may also join here in my position, of course, apart from their position, which are much better than my position. But yes, you have, we also want people with IT background, with dedication, devotion in the government system, so that we can really improve the life of the common man, and we can use the IT tools in making life better for everybody.
So well said, really well said, sir. Thank you so much. And a small little token of appreciation for you, sir, for your presence with us. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the time that he's taken out to be with us here today? And now, ladies and gentlemen, finishing runner-up here today in this amazing final for the first time in 21 years, they are finishing runner-up. So it's going to be a really proud moment for them as they go back to their school. Well, shall I describe it a little differently? 2 little flowers will bloom here today from Little Flower Public School. Put your hands together for Sashank and Anirudh as they finish runner-up. They receive their silver medals and the silver trophy for the school. Put your hands together for them. Well done. So, and the trophy from the chief guest. Put your hands together. Well done. All right, guys, if you can just face the camera 1 second. Yep. All right. Yeah. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, well, the way they performed here today, I sometimes get reminded of that phrase, and I would believe it's applicable to them here today. While they go into the national final, and it's not going to be easy as a young team in a national final, but I'd like to believe they should not tell themselves they're a young team and keep ignoring me every time I make that statement, because at the end of the day, it's self-belief that matters and not how old or young you are. But as far as today's performance is concerned, I just need 3 words to describe their performance here today. Vini, Vidi, Vici. They came, they saw, they conquered. Put your hands together for them. Extraordinarily well played. Presidency, RT Nagar deserves a thunderous applause. Put your hands together for them. We'll do the medals first, yeah. I think it's tangled. I'll hold that. You can, it's very heavy. All right, can we have a round of applause? That's continuing for them. And guys, if you could just face the cameras. And just make some space for her. And the trophy, put your hands together. All right, can we have the... Yes, sir. I'm here, don't worry. Okay. Got it? You want both together? Winners and runners, I think that's easy for you. Winners come, runners. Come here quickly, please. Guys, 2 minutes. It's easier. It's very heavy. Careful. It's modeled on the Quizmaster, so it's heavy. If one of you can come that side and one of you this side, that'll help you. Yes, come. Can we have a turn? Be with your teammate. Come. That's easier. Guys, if you could just come a little in front. Yeah, it'll get covered. Yes. All right, well done. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Really appreciate. Really hope you enjoyed this. Pleasure. Thank you, sir. Just for a moment, we'll wait for the guests to take their places. Can I, in the meantime, request 2 things from all of you? First and foremost, can I request all of you to please rise for our national anthem? And the moment the